Everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm so sorry. I have a little bit of laryngitis going on, so please bear with me tonight. I'm Lesli-Ann Masala with Lesli-Ann.com. I can't believe how difficult it is for me to talk, so I apologize. So I'll be doing a lot of running through. Hey, Robin, thank you so much for joining. So, again, in case you didn't understand that, I am Lesli-Ann with Lesli-Ann.com. I come live every Thursday at 5, and sometimes I say 5:05, which is kind of a joke with all my followers because I have a big train that goes by, and it gets very loud. So, tonight is my virtual card class. Like I said, I come live every Thursday night, and the third Thursday of the month, I do a virtual card class. Now, you can get this card class for free when you place a $25 order, and I will put the link to the DSP and all the things that I'm going to be showing. I'll explain that later, and the host code. So I'll put that in the link when I go on. When I put the comment in. Hi, Sherry. Oh, I'm so happy everybody's jumping on so soon. What I wanted to tell you is that tonight's class, I saw the clearance rack. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but the clearance rack has some really good things in there, and they're going fast. So I just jumped on to make sure the cards that I created last night are on there, and I wanted to be sure to share it with you. So I can tell you it is there. I'm using the Blackberry Beauty Designer Series paper. I'm going to just jump you right down to my hands right away. Give me just a minute. Okay, so here's the Blackberry Beauty paper. And I love this because it is gold. I don't know if you can see it. It's there's a lot of gold embossing or gold foil in there. Can see how the light catches it? And then these are the sides of the paper, all the paper that you get. And then it's double-sided. So this pack of paper, when it was available, was $15. But tonight, on the clearance rack, it's $6. You guys, this is huge. I love this pack. Now, I was going to talk to you about, there's the Ephemera. I always say it wrong, but there was another thing that went with this, but unfortunately, that sold out from last night to today. So I won't even get into that. But I also wanted to share with you another cute item that can go with this, and I forgot to look and see, but I think they're still there. These are the acorn trinkets. These are adorable. Let me see if I can pull this up. Show you guys, see the little teeny tiny acorns, and they have little loops so you can put twine or ribbon on those. I'm not using these tonight, but I really wanted to share these because I love these and they're so cute on packaging. And some of the things that I'm going to be doing tonight will show you that. So Denise just jumped on and said, oh my God, you sound terrible. I want you to know I sound terrible, but I really don't feel too bad. It's just I lost my voice. In the last couple of days, I've had a cold. All right, so I wanted to go through my card class with you. I'll show you this in just a second. But I also would like to show you where some of the items that I'm using in the card class are found in the catalog. Now, the stamp set that I'm going to be using is on page 68. And it's this stamp set here. And it coordinates with the Meadows dies. And I'm using this as well. I'm also going to be using... I'm sorry for my squeaky voice. I'm also going to be using the stamp from Waves of Inspiration. This is on page 101. I love this stamp set, and I love the labels. I'm going to be using this this stamp here. Just go through quickly. I'm going to try not to do too much talking in between, so I apologize. I'm trying to save your ears. I'm also going to be using the brush metallic, specifically the gold brush metallic. This is gorgeous paper, guys. If you have not used this and you're considering using it for your Christmas cards, definitely do it because it gives it such a wow. And this can be found on page 139. Now, again, I was saying before that you can get this card kit with a $35 order if you place a $35 order with my hostess code that I'll put on. And my card kit includes 2 cards, the ability to make the 2 cards of each of the designs that I'm going to be showing you. I also use the Simply Elegant trim. This is a great trim to use not only in cards, but you can use it for a number of things, for decor around the house. You can use it in hanging some things up like ornaments and things like that. But it really gives a nice little wow to certain projects. And the last thing that I'm using is the time-worn type 3D embossing folder. You know, it's kind of hard to see. It's very subtle. And I'll show you this in the card. This is on page 177. All right, so I'll show you the cards. What you will get is this is our first card. Each of the cards will come in an envelope, and you'll have 2 card sets or kits for each card design that I'm making. So that's a total of 6 cards that you'll be getting. So the first card you'll have, here's the time worn that I was just telling you about. I think, let me pull up this other camera so I can see. Okay, there you go. So you can see the subtle embossing on there. And that's all I wanted to get with this one. And in here you're going to have, these are all your pieces. I didn't mention this, and I apologize. I did use the stylish shape dies on this as well. And I'll interject anything else that comes up that I may have forgot to tell you about. The other things that you're going to need is, here's that brushed metallic gold paper that I told you about. And then I cut some pieces of the designer series paper from that kit, just a few small pieces. Let me just pull up my mat here, and we can put this together quickly. Now, I like to use my mat because it gives me the opportunity to make sure I keep things straight. I have a problem with putting things straight. All right, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to take your card base, which is your thick vanilla, fold it in half. I'll have that scored for you. Find my bone folder. And then I have a piece of the, I was going to say designer series paper, what am I saying? The 4 by 5 1/4 vanilla that's been embossed with that time-worn folder. I'm using Stamp and Seal, which I like, but again, you can use anything that you prefer. You can go, I know a lot of people like the multi-liquid glue, the Tombow, and some people prefer to use the Stamp and Seal Plus. I just seem to have a better result when I use the Stamp and Seal. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to adhere this down just like that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our pieces of paper here. I also like to work with a silicone sheet because that helps when I'm using adhesive so it doesn't get anywhere. And I'm going to have you put your, I'll have you put your adhesive on the back of each of these. I like this card because it really shows the designer series paper, and this paper is absolutely gorgeous. I know you guys have seen it before. It's no longer in the catalog, but it is on the clearance rack, and I was so excited. I love this. It really is amazing when you look at it in person. When it first came out, I wasn't too gung-ho about it, but then I got it, and I'm like, oh my God, now I see what everybody is talking about. All right, so what I'm going to do is the first thing, let me just move this over. So I'm going to take my designer series paper and just layer it. I'm just going to go, kind of no rhyme or reason, just kind of crisscross it a little bit. Take my gold, I'm going to kind of layer this. And, oops, my nails are too long. I have to get my nails cut. Either my nails don't grow, and then when I go and get them done, they grow crazy. Anyways, I'm being silly. Okay, so now, what was I doing? All right, so I'm just doing this, and as you can see, I'm just kind of just layering it, zip, zap, zoop. Crisscross applesauce, I guess. well, not really applesauce, because then it would be like this. But I'm just going through, these are 1-inch strips, if anyone's wondering, by, I believe it's 3 3/4. So right there, I mean, do you see the glistening of this? That's what makes it just so wow. All right, the next thing is I cut out the circles. So we're going to put this one right on here. This design is this layout is great for any card, any designer series paper that you love and you don't know, you don't want to waste it and you really want to show all of it and you don't know which one to choose. I really like this because it'll show all the paper. And you can do any shape in the center that you want. I just chose to go with this. And then I'm going to take my Rich Razzleberry ink pad. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment in the other circle. This one is, I've been making a bunch of these cards, so there we go, nice. And I'm just going to go and just pop it right in there, right in the center. There we go. I keep saying there we go. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead. When I did this, I was just going to lay it flat, but I think I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. So I'm just going to take a few dimensionals and just lay this down. And then grab my U-Pick tool and take off the backing of these dimensionals. There's nothing cuter than when you have your little backing pieces of paper and you know how these things fall all over the place and you're like, oh my God, where are they? But there's nothing cuter when you find it on your dog. Usually it's like on their nose or in their mouth, on their tongue. I think it's so cute because they're so little. The dog, or the paper, and the dog actually, I have a puppy, so. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and lay that right there. And there you go, very simple card. I just think it's gorgeous. I had made one, I'll show you, and what I did was I used the brushed metallic adhesive back dots. I used the gold, and I wanted to show you with and without so you can see if you want to go ahead and embellish that yourself. So I put a few on there. But again, I'm hoping you can pick this up on camera, that shimmer. It's just gorgeous paper. Love this. All right, so let me put this aside. The next card that you'll get in your pack. Now again, you'll have 2 cards with your kit if you place that $35 order. So you'll have enough to make everything. Nothing will be stamped. You'll have to go ahead and do the stamping. I'll do the die cutting as much as possible. And let's see, I'm missing something. Nope, here it is, okay. So these are the pieces that you'll have for this card. And again, I'm gonna be talking about this designer series paper so much because it's so gorgeous, and I love when the DSP does all the work for you. All right, so the first thing you want to do is take your card base, and you're going to fold it on the score mark. So you guys will have to excuse me for a second. I do need to take a drink. I hope you don't mind. Oh, that feels so much better. My throat is sore. Okay, so now we're going to take our designer series paper. Let's move all this to the side. All right, we're going to take, actually, I'm going to use, you have 2 pieces of white in this kit. One is for the inside and one is for the outside layer. So first I'm going to do my inside and just get that over and done with so it's out of the way. Let me see. Whoopsies. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to take the other piece of white. I'm sorry, can you see that? Then we're going to just layer that right on top. Now, my trick when I'm doing layering, and this is only like 1/8 of an inch difference, I like that tiny little border, but sometimes when I'm doing my cards, when I do my layers on my cards, sometimes it's a little difficult to get it straight because the card will move. That's another reason why I like to use my, oh my gosh, totally forgot, my silicone mat. What I do is I line it up so it's like I'm just looking at one of the lines, and I line it up, and then I put this on one of the lines. You can see through it just barely, and then this won't move. This kind of stays in place, so that makes it a lot easier. Just a little tip for you guys. And then when I go ahead and I put this on, voila. Now what I'm going to do is put this right onto the card front. And let me just get my corners. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. And put this right. There we go. Now, notice we haven't done any stamping, and that card is gorgeous already, isn't it? So the next thing, I have a label, and again, I said that this label is from the, I believe, the Waves of Inspiration. They call it the Waves dies. I'm going to pop that in there, and I'm going to use when I first did this card, I used I almost said chocolate chip. I can't believe that. Who out there remembers when Stampin' Up! Had chocolate chip? This is early espresso. Now, when I did the early espresso, which is this color here, was a little dark, so you can choose what you have, but I think it's dark because my ink pad is very juicy. So I'm going to go ahead and try soft suede, and that also is dark, but I think it will be okay. So I chose the Thinking of You from the Meadows, the Quiet Meadows die. Quiet Meadows stamp set, excuse me. And I'm just going to go ahead. Let me see, I think this is straight. I apologize if it doesn't come out straight. It's a little hard. I can't put my head right over. I think that came out perfect. Good. Put this aside. And now I'm going to bring in the, where is it? Here it is. I wanted to show you. This comes in a double pack. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. We're using the gold. We'll just leave it at that. I'm so sorry. Now, when I feel like it sounds like I'm crying, I'm not. So when you take it off the spool, it's very curly. So what I do is I just like with the twine, I take my thumb and index finger, my nail of my thumb and my index finger, and I just kind of straighten it out. Now, in the kids, there's going to be enough there to make a couple, but what we're going to do, I have a lot right here, but what we're going to do is just go through the center, and we're going to tie this and make a bow. So let's go like this. Actually, for some reason, when I do my bows upside down, it works better, so we'll just do it this way, and then I'll go through and I'll adjust my legs of my bow. Ooh. Ooh. Why is that slipping through so fast? All right, hold on. There we go. Okay, now we'll tighten this up. Okay. Oh, I feel like my voice is starting to come back a little bit. All right, I'll just make this nice little bow. I'm going to just pull this down a little bit. Just like I said, I'm going to just use my nail and my thumb and just kind of curl it. Now I'm going to go ahead and just trim the ends here. And when I was doing these before, I found it was easier. Get your bow set exactly how you want it. And, or how big or small you want it. Why is this curling crazy here? There we go, I kind of like that. And then what I do is when I turn it over, I put a little bit of adhesive right up to where the bow is. Here we go. So I go right to the end, and I go a little bit up and over, and I found that kind of holds my bow in place, although I just made it all kind of crazy. All right, but that's okay. So you guys will get the idea. So we're going to put this, right here, and then I'll fix my bow a little bit. I don't want to play with this too much, but I want it to look nice so you guys can see how pretty this card is with this. Okay, and then we'll pull our bow legs down, just like that. Here we go. Now again, if you want, you can go ahead and add the brush metallic adhesive back gems. That looks really pretty on here as well, but I decided to go without it. And I just wanted to show you what I was talking about. So I think, and this just may be my soft suede. This is the soft suede. Mine is very juicy, so it seems to match very nicely. But this is the early espresso, and I thought it was just a little too dark. And again, it's just because I re-inked my ink pad. So depending on what you think, you may want to stamp on a scrap piece of paper and decide. So there's our second card. All right, now for our third and final card. And I'll repeat it again. You'll get 2 cards, 2 card kits for every card, so you'll have 6 cards when you're done. This is the next set we'll be dealing with, I shouldn't say that, we'll be working with. And I have 2 more pieces, if I can get them out. And I'm also using the brush gold for this. I think this is my favorite paper of this set. All right, so now we're gonna take our card base. This is the Blackberry Bliss. Go ahead and fold that in half. And take your designer series paper, and we're gonna adhere that right to the front of the card. I'm sorry I haven't been reading the comments. Let me see what's going on. Oh, Robin, thank you. Robin said, I hope you feel better soon. I'm doing okay. I think the worst is when I get up in the morning, and that's just from laying down, but it's really just like postnasal drip that's giving me this terrible laryngitis, and I am going to go to the doctor just to make sure. I tend to get bronchitis very quickly, and I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to just keep an eye on things. All right, there is a piece of Very Vanilla. This is for the inside of the card. So let's move this to the side, and we'll go ahead and put this on. But I'll be okay. I've been a lot worse, so taking a lot of vitamins and my Airborne, which has a lot of vitamin C in it, so I'm a big believer of that. But thank you for your well wishes. And Denise, I see you're on. You won the drawing last week. I'm not sure if, I was in touch with you over the weekend. I forgot to tell you, so you get to choose a card. I'll show you the cards again if I have them somewhere. I don't know where they are. And maybe I'll just get in touch with you and contact you. All right, so here's the card. Now, I love this. You could just leave it like this. I think that's beautiful, and you can embellish and put your sentiment in here. But what I did was I took the gold, and I'm going to go, and this is the one time that I'm happy that it's curling. So I'm going to go ahead, if I can find, here we go. I'm just going to go and do a little strip right in the middle here. Whoops. So I'm just putting down a little bit of adhesive. Then I'm going to take the end, and I'm going to place that right on the base of that strip. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me try to zoom in for you so you can see. And I'm sorry that this is getting all crazy. All right, I hope you guys can see that adhesive there. You can kind of see the strip of adhesive. So what I'm doing, again, I'm just going to go put this right on the end and press it down. And then I'm just going to go. Now, I know a lot of people do this differently. For me, I could never get this right, but we're just going to kind of swirl this around and make like loopies. I'm loop challenged, ha ha ha. But I found for me this works the best way. And you can do this with ribbon or anything else. I'm going to just go up a little bit higher and then do another one here. But you just want to make sure that your ends are underneath. So I think, and if they're not, you can always just trim it, which I'm going to do. So let me show you again. Try to get the lighting just right. So you can see that adhesive in this end is hanging off. So I'm going to go just trim that. Little cheating, but nobody will be the wiser. And now let me see. Okay, I have my You're Too Kind, and I'm gonna again go with my rich raspberry, and I'm going to take my banner that I cut out from the Very Vanilla. I'm just gonna stamp that right in the middle. Oh, wait a minute, that's not it. Did I do the wrong one? I did the wrong one, but that's okay. I'll use the You're Too Kind. It doesn't matter because it's in the set, and you guys can use any sentiment that you want. So I hope that's okay. I think I did a little crooked. I'm sorry because I'm not overhead. I did do it a little crooked. This is going to make me cuckoo, so I'm just going to flip it over. The good thing about stamping, there's always another side. All right. I apologize if my head gets in the camera. If it doesn't work, it's crooked. That's all we can say. But I think it worked better on this side. All right, so now we're going to take in our gold strip, and we're going to put this right onto the card base. So put your adhesive all the way across your strip. I just want to make sure that this goes down. We're going to put this right in the middle, and that's why I had you put that strip in the middle to hold the gold twine, or I can't think of what it's called. I'm going blank. I'm sorry. So we'll put that there, and then we're going to go and pop this up on dimensionals. So what's nice about having a 1/2 inch strip, you can get your dimensionals on perfectly, and they don't show through. So that's why I tend to use the 1/2 inch strip when I do any kind of little banners. Hope that helps you guys. Of course, you can use the smaller ones, that's fine. All right, now, where's my U-pick tool? Here it is. So we'll take the backings off. All right, now you're gonna have this just offset a little bit further down. I just want to make sure I get this kind of even. It looks a little crooked. Oh, I just bent it. That's all right. We'll move it up a little bit. And there's our last card. I love that. I just think that's just so gorgeous. Don't you guys love this? All right, let me show you the cards that we made. Again, I will be putting the host code and the link to the clearance rack so you can purchase this paper and anything else that you might need. And you can also, that'll also put you in touch with my store, so feel free to get any supplies that you need. But if you use the host code, you'll get this stamp set. This class kit for free with a $35 order. You'll get everything in here except for the stamped items. So actually, I'm trying to put them all in. Let me zoom out just a bit for you guys. Why isn't it zooming so slow? There we go. So here's our cards. So this is what your kit will be. It will include all of these to make this. All the paper, everything will be cut, and everything will be die cut and embossed for you. So I really hope you guys like this. I think it's gorgeous. Now, let me just get some suggestions that I would say is you could get the brush metallic adhesive back dots. Those are really, really nice. And again, I use the Waves of Inspiration, and I use the stylish shaped dies to do the circles, but you could do anything that you want. And the main stamp set that I used with the words were the Quiet Meadow that I talked about earlier. So, oh, and I forgot the I gotta look this up because I keep forgetting the name of this. It's gonna make me cuckoo. The Simply Elegant Trim Pack. That's what that is. Simply Elegant Trim Pack, and that's on page 145. So there you go. So I think this is, this is a really beautiful set, and these cards came together pretty quickly. So I really hope that you're gonna purchase these and go with this. I know that I'm gonna be making more because I love this so much. Now, I made this card last week. Dun, da, da, da. Do you guys remember the card we made? I cased it from Mary Fish. I changed it up a little bit, but this was a card. Show you, and the inside with the fun little flowers to coordinate here. Sherry said that cards are really pretty. Thank you, Sherry. I really appreciate that. You're on your way to sleep. Bye. Oh my goodness. Okay, Sherry, good night. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry I'm squeaky, but I'm happy you're here. And if you win in the Blue Bowl drawing, which I'm going to do in just a second, we will let you know. Robin, thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys coming on all the time. It's a lot of fun to have people interact with you while you're here. So let's go ahead. Last week I told you that Denise won. Let me see if I can find those cards somewhere. Give me 2 seconds. I thought I had them out. I do. Thank you for waiting for me. So Denise, if you're still on, I do want to show you. These were the cards that I had done, and you get to choose which card that you would like. And I can mail this out to you right away. So we have the traditional orange and black for Halloween. This was a fun fold. And then we have the in colors. This was made with the Starry Sky. And this was made with the, oh, so sorry, I always forget this color. Oh my gosh. Parakeet Party. I always want to say something else. I don't know why. But so that we have this one. And then this was made with the Sweet Sorbet with 2 different designer series paper. So Denise, you get to choose one of these cards. You can tell me which one that you'd like. And I'll get this out to you just in time for you to share this with some friends on Halloween. All right, so now, without any further ado, let's get to the fun stuff and see who won this card for tonight. Now, I did do Blue Bowl drawing, and for those, let me pull my face back in so you guys can see me. Hi, you can see my camera up here. Whoops, where is it? Over, can't get my lens, there it is. Anyways, sorry. So for those of you who are new or watching me for the first time, what I do is, sorry, I'm showing you my camera and you couldn't even see me. I was going, here's my camera and it's over here. Meanwhile, you're looking at my hands. It's never a dull moment with me. I'm always doing something crazy. All right, so for every comment that you make, whether you catch my live, or you watch my live, my recorded live, that's okay. Just let me know that you're here. Say, hi, I'm from wherever you are. Let me know any comments. If you like something, you don't like something, you want to make a suggestion, I'm always up to that. But for every comment that you make, your name gets into the drawing one time. And if you share it and you think there's some friends that who would really like this, or you say, hey, I know you love this paper, or you got to check this girl out, she's pretty good. I don't know, whatever you might say. I'm just kind of throwing it in there. Then share it, but let me know in the comments that you shared, because that will get your name in the drawing 2 times. So not only do you have your comment, then I give you 2 extra drawings. So that works out. Then the next week when I come live, I tally up all the comments, I put them in my drawing, and then I do what I call the Blue Bowl drawing. Now, I guess I don't even know when I started all this. I had a Blue Bowl, an actual Blue Bowl, and I put tickets in there with everybody's name on it. So while I'm talking to you, I'm just trying to pull up my my computer here. Oh, why isn't this working? So I had all the names on a ticket and put it in, but it got to be so crazy because I was getting so many comments. So I switched to this to this app. For some reason, it's not letting me get in. Okay, there we go. So I'll bring you guys right to the Blue Bowl drawing. Here is let me see. Sorry, trying to hit all my buttons. Okay, so here's my screen. So you can see these are all the people who put in. I know Robin and Flo shared, so thank you so very much for going in and sharing and letting me know so I could put your extra name in for the drawing. Now I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this, and I try to shuffle it so it's fairly even and spaced about. So I try not to get any doubles or people together. Now I have no control over it. If you can see my mouse here, I'm just hitting the shuffle button. That's all I'm doing. That looks pretty good, but let me just kind of do a real good mixing here. I wonder who's going to win. Again, it's going to be the card I made last week. It's the only thing that's frustrating with this is I can't get them to really mix around. I think that looks pretty good. All right, we're going to go into a full screen. I'll make sure my volume is all the way up so you guys can hear the fun music that we have. And here we go for the drawing. So it looks like Lisa Y has won. I think she won a couple weeks ago as well. Congratulations, Lisa. I'm so glad that you won. Yay. I will get in touch with you. I will mail out the card. Here's the card that you won in the drawing. Robin says she looks forward to it every week. I'm so glad. That's what it's all about. I want to give stuff away to you guys, and I want you to have some cards that you could either give to someone else, or you could use it to as a sample card that you could go ahead and either case it or make one exactly like it, or do something similar. So now, like I said, I case this from Mary Fish, and I did it similar to hers, but I did do things differently. So if you ever do case any of the cards or any of the work that I do, please let me know, because I love to hear how I inspire people and see your creations. Just make a comment and put a picture under my comments, and I'll go and see it. I'd love it. All right, I think that's it for now. I'll go ahead. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to put in all the links and the host code again one more time. Place a $35 order, and you can get tonight's card kit free. That's all of the cards that I made tonight. These right here. You'll get 6 cards. Oops, sorry. You get 6 cards to make, everything cut. You'll have to do the stamping yourself, and you'll have until this Sunday to place your order and to get the card kit. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I appreciate everything. It's always so fun jumping on Thursday nights and seeing everybody. Have a great night. Have a great weekend as well. And I will see you soon. Bye.